Okay, so we're still on Tatooine. We just ran back to the ship. But we can't exactly finish Korriban just yet. I know it's like a massive cliffhanger and I'm dragging that out a bit. But once we finish the third planet, like it triggers some event and things can change. So we need to make sure that we've done everything before we finish that final tomb. Because once we enter that final tomb, we discover the star map that completes the planet. So it's all set in stone as soon as I start that tomb. So what I want to do first is just talk to everyone, get everyone's quests out of the way, especially Bastila's. I don't want to like spoil it too much. Like I know I've spoiled heaps of stuff already, but I don't know if you remember exactly what happens to her after the third planet. But let's just say I want to get her quest done.
How can I help? Yes, I did end that quite abruptly, didn't I? Perhaps a master could have addressed my questions with the proper wisdom, but I never should have brought it up here, not with you. Part of my purpose on this mission was to guide you in the way of the light, to help you avoid the temptations of the dark side. But I fear I've failed in that task. I don't think I'm the proper Jedi to guide you.
Why not?
You should have remained with the Council.
You haven't exactly given me a reason.
The fact of the matter is, I have never possessed much skill at controlling myself. With the bond that joins us, it seems I have.
So you don't trust yourself, that's it.
The path of the light side, but it has been in spite of my influence, not because of it. It's increasingly obvious I am unable to guide you properly. It's kind of you to say, but I think the evidence speaks for itself.
What evidence?
I think I may have made a very big mistake. I simply hope that you are not the one who pays the price, ultimately, for the fact that I can't help you enough.
I don't really understand where this is coming from. Like, she hasn't done or said anything dark side-ish except, like, be a bit stubborn and vain sometimes. But, like, nothing's changed. She was always that way.
That's a kinder response than I deserve. And I can see there is wisdom in your words. Perhaps you can help me. And I will try to help you if I can. Hopefully this will all work out for the both of us. And for the sake of the mission.
Okay.
How can I help?
Well,
Then I
kinda need to talk to you, Bastila. I kinda need to talk to you before this. Where am I even going right now? Like, I can't just go back to Korriban. Let's go to Dantooine, actually. Dantooine's another place I want to visit before we finish Korriban. So we're gonna take Jahani, because I also want to finish her little quest. Although hers is not as important as Bastila's. Bastila is like #1 priority right now. I became a Jedi a long time ago, man. You're a bit late to the party there. Might have a good belt or something. Saves all +2. Oh my god. That's a good belt. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Something to just temporarily boost these skills. I'm taking it. What else? This assault rifle, which seems pretty boring. I might save it, like, just to see what it looks like. We all like looking at guns, right? So where is it? The only way I'm keeping this is if it upgrades a hell of a lot better than what it is now. And if it looks amazing. pretty meh. I think it looks slightly better than most rifles, but that's not exactly saying much. Is there any other shops around here? I think there might be. I just want to make sure that I like buy everything that I want to buy now. Should I just wear this or not? Probably not. We've got a better one than what we had there. And I think I saw one of those things that I wanted somewhere, but I don't know. Oh yeah, I wanted to see if any of the guys we saved on Korriban turned up here. Like there was this guy called Kel, I think. We might see him around him. Oh, there he is.
You're back. The council said you might return to Dantooine. I'm glad you did. I wanted to thank you.
I remember him.
I almost didn't think the Jedi Council would give me a chance, but they said everyone was welcome to return to the light side. I guess I never really believed in the dark side. This just feels so right. I can't remember the last time I felt at peace like this. They said I have a long road ahead of me, but they made me a proper Padawan, and I have a master now. I just can't thank you enough. I guess so. You pointed me in the right direction, though, and I have to be grateful for that. The Sith certainly didn't have my best interest at heart. Well, at any rate, I wish you well. May the Force be with you.
Oh, that's so cool.
Thank you again.
It's a shame we couldn't convert Miko. That was how you pronounce his name, right? But I really can't imagine him as a Jedi. Hey guys.
I must congratulate you on your actions. You have saved Juhani and brought her back into the Order.
Okay.
Rahesia Sandral and Shin Matali have come here seeking shelter against their families. The Council has decided to give it to them. Their love for each other was being denied by overly possessive parents. And we learned that it was only by your intervention that they managed to escape here. While it is regrettable that the fences between the families were not repaired, it is good that these two young lovers can live their lives free of oppression.
Not much has happened around here since I left, has it?
Greetings, young Padawan. As chronicler, you
Okay,
should...
I'm really not
May the Force be...
interested in listening to the history of life
Shin
right
Matali
now.
and Rahesia Sandral have fled their feuding families and asked for sanctuary here in the Enclave. The Council has granted this request. I have heard that it was by your actions that they managed to escape, and I must congratulate you for avoiding a potentially dangerous situation.
Alright. Training computer, what does that do? Oh. Ah. Okay. So we chose soldier, that has the least force points and the most vitality. Pretty good choice for a gunner. You might wonder what the hell I'm doing right now. And what I'm doing is trying to remember where the shops are. I think there's a shop out here. If Juhani ever wants to join us. Hey John, long time no see. Still standing there. It'd be cool if you could sit down in this game. That is a small bench though. It needs to be like double that size.
Yes, what's on your mind? Well, you can tell, can't you? Oh, yeah? Well, listen, beautiful. I don't need to take this abuse. I get enough female Jedi bashing from Bastila, thank you very much. You think so? I could probably get the same kind of attention from a blaster rifle.
Oh, this one is perfect.
Now that I'd like to see. Or would I? You've got my damn head on backwards, you know that? Anyway, as
You sure it's not your
fun
body
as it is,
that's
I
on
do have to talk to you
forwards?
about something serious. Really serious. Is this a good time?
Yeah?
Alright. I'm concerned about you. I've been keeping these thoughts to myself mostly, but I think it's time I say something. It's about you. I'm worried about what might happen to you. You have a lot of courage, and the fact that you've remained strong is amazing. But there's even greater danger ahead. I think you might be setting yourself up for a fall. Maybe at the urging of the Jedi, I don't know. But you're definitely going to become a target. If I'm gonna find some purpose beyond taking revenge on Saul, then it's gonna have to be in protecting you. I don't know why, but I think some terrible fate is waiting for you. I think the Jedi Council knows it too, and I don't want that to come to pass.
Well, I can take care of myself, but it's nice not to always have to.
That's where I think you're wrong. You can't do this on your own. Nobody could. If I'm gonna live past Saul, I need you to as well. Let me protect you. From yourself, from the Sith. You have to let me try. Because I never got the chance to save my wife and son. Because I didn't stop Saul when I had the chance. Because I finally have the chance to do it right. You are an extraordinary woman. You make me think that maybe I might have some purpose beyond revenge. I don't know whether it means anything to you, but it does to me. I'm glad to hear that. I'll do my best.
That is so damn sweet. Okay, you. I don't know, maybe we've gotten everything from here. God damn it. I still haven't given these robes to anyone. There's some good robes. We might actually need to keep our grenades. I think we have enough. But in the temple, tomb that we're about to do, we might need some grenades because I remember there's some pretty difficult creatures. I think that might be all we need. I'm very confused why I can't talk to Bastila more. Where is she? I might get Jolie actually. Whoops.
How can I help?
Why can't I talk to you?
Then I suggest...
Have I unlocked... Have I found out about her family yet? Where even is she? There's nothing more to talk about. What? Did I do something wrong? I'm honestly so confused right now.
Got something on your mind, dude?
Didn't I already have this
I never did
conversation?
I?
Or did I? No, I didn't.
Of
course you do. I know things, remember? You think you could make it around this part of the galaxy without me? But don't answer that. At any
I
rate,
could actually.
I already told you why I wanted to leave. I'd seen everything I wanted to on Kashyyyk. Time to go. Time to move on. To bed. I'm old and tired, you know. How many kilometer-high trees can you find an interest in before you figure you've had enough? I'd bet you can't be bothered to stay in one room for more than
3,547.
15 minutes. And then there's all the critters and the Shadowlands. I'm just happy to be back in space, doing something new. Is that too much to ask? You got a smart mouth on you there, you know that?
So I'm told.
Others could talk, they'd sound like that. I'll admit, for all its flaws, Kashyyyk was home enough.
I'm
But
so
when you came
confused. I'm
along
still
and I
so
saw the destiny
confused.
you had before you, I couldn't help but be intrigued.
None of this makes any sense.
Of course not. Weren't you listening last time? I can
Not
see
really,
you have
actually.
a destiny before you, but the details are far from clear. In fact, everything about you that I can see is odd. Slightly off, as if my eyes are trying to trick me. Something is very dark
There's so
about you.
much foreshadowing going on right now.
I'm sure you
Everyone's
don't need to hear my
saying
ruminations.
I have this
You've
huge
probably got
destiny.
enough nosy Jedi
They
offering
can
you one opinion
feel some
after another
presence
to make
within
you
me.
sick.
Like,
Your future will come of its own accord, trust me. Sometimes navel gazing at it doesn't get you anywhere. I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. You remind me a bit of Nomi. That can't be all bad. Nomi Sunrider. She came late to the Force, just as you have, and became one of the greatest Jedi ever. Oh, fine, fine lass. Whether you'll follow the same path remains to be seen. For one thing, we'll never get anywhere if you stand around chatting up old men all day.
I'll chat up men, but ones that are slightly younger than you.
Nonsense. If I ever refused to help you when you asked, how confused can one person be anyway? One thing I will say is that this little escapade does remind me a bit of my adventuring days before the war.
I'd rather not hear about them right now, to be
Or at least
honest.
it would remind me of those times if we didn't stand around. What's keeping you? You're too young to be so talkative. Shoo! Shoo!
Pretty sure you did like 90% of the talking.
You have done a great thing. One of our own had strayed, but you have returned Juhani to the Order. For this, you deserve the highest praise.
Well, nice that she's changed her tune. Oh god. What have I done? Like, in case you don't know what the hell I'm on about, she has a side quest. I'm just gonna spoil it. Like, if you don't wanna know, just skip this part, I guess. I don't know how long it's gonna be. A couple minutes. But she gets captured by Malik after we do the third planet. And after that, we just lose access to her for the rest of the game, I'm pretty sure. But I know that she has a family quest where she talks about her mother. She talks about her mother, and we have to find her mother or something. You know what? Maybe, because she has already told me about her mother a bit, maybe it'll just happen. Maybe I'll walk around with her in my party and it'll just happen. This is gonna be the most useless episode ever, because like nothing's happening. Okay, you're gonna hate me, but I'm going back to Tatooine.
Incoming fighter!
Okay, I got this. Maybe. Not really. So the reason I'm going to Tatooine is because I know that's where Bastila's mother is. I thought maybe some random guy would have to come and trigger it, but maybe they don't. Maybe she's just there. So it's worth a shot. How did I end up getting Zelba? If she's not there...
Here
we go, okay.
I'm Bastila, yes. I take it that you know my mother?
I don't think I've ever heard her say her own name before. She pronounces it weird.
Is there something I can do for you, miss? As you can see, we're in quite a hurry. My mother's condition? I've not seen my mother since I joined the Order. Do you know what's happened? Did she say anything about my father?
I
see. Where did you meet her? Do you remember? Part of me would rather not see her at all. But if she's really
Damn,
sick,
you are pale as a ghost. Oh, speaking of ghosts. Well, I'm glad this is finally getting sorted. The hell? What are you talking about? Oh, Elena.
her mother was supposed to be here somewhere. Ask if they've seen her.
Why don't you ask them? You have a mouth.
We should try to find her. I doubt she wants to be kept waiting.
I am pretty crazy. So let's just head to the cantina. It's not the cantina, this one is. And there she is. They didn't even bother making a face, like a new face for Bastila's mother that looks a bit like Bastila or anything. Guess Dustil got all the love.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
I'm here, Mother. But don't you recognize me?
What do you expect when I haven't so much as had a picture of you since you left? Do you know how long I've been trying to find you?
You knew as well as I communication would be impossible once I joined the Order. Now what is this about? Where is Father?
Then you haven't heard. I should have known.
Has something happened to him? Are you going to tell me or not?
Your father is dead, Bastila. That is part of the reason why I was looking for you.
Dead? What happened? What did you do to him?
Isn't this a lovely reunion? Already she's flinging insults at me. Tell me, you're one of her friends. Do you treat your mother this way?
I have no clue who my mother is, but I feel like this is the answer.
I see Bastila seeks out friends that are as selfish as she is. This is how you treat a dying woman?
I was told you were sick. Are you actually dying, or is this merely melodrama for my benefit?
Such sweet things, you say. Perhaps I should tell you everything first before we start arguing again.
You could start by telling me what you got Father into that killed him.
I hadn't realized Jedi was so spiteful. You want me to tell you I brought your father here for an expedition, do you? You want to blame me for his death? You never accepted that your father loved going on his treasure hunts, leaving you alone with me. I was always to blame for everything. What else is new? So yes, fine. I brought your father here to look for great dragon pearls. He took an expedition into the Tatooine desert, and he died.
How can you be sure of that? Father is an experienced...
Do you think I would look for you if I wasn't sure? They were attacked by a great dragon, and one of the guides fled the battle. He saw your father killed.
I see. So what do you want from me? Credits?
Don't be insulting. I want you to use those senses of yours. I want you to find him. I want you to bring back his holocron.
Why? So you can sell it?
Is it too much to ask that I have something to remember your father by? Of course it is, isn't it? You couldn't be bothered.
We're very busy on a mission from the Jedi Council. I doubt I'll have the time. Ask my companions if you doubt me. What remains would there be? Great dragons are huge predators, easily able to devour a human, and the desert is a harsh environment. Finding my father's remains would be an even more impossible task than finding his holocron, an ignoble end to a fine man. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with what she's asking. Are you actually sick, Mother?
What difference does it make to you? None, I'm sure. Just find your father's holocron, and you won't have to worry about me again either way.
That's the kind of response I would expect. Very well. We'll look for the holocron if we have time. I can't promise any more than that.
I believe your father was headed north towards the Sand People Enclave. I would check along that route, dear. Do please hurry.
Well, if it was a great dragon that killed him, it's probably in the Great Dragon Cave. Which we're gonna have to run all the way
What
to.
can I do?
Luckily we have Bastila though, she has a speedy thing. Wonder if I can actually... Oh, I can't get that one yet. Well, she's actually pretty low level.
Jolie, may I have a moment? There's something I wish to speak to you about.
Yep, I figured it was only a matter of time until we had the whole come back to the order discussion. Well, I guess there's no avoiding it now, so let's get it over with.
I know you have issues with the Order, but you are a Jedi, Jolie. You command the Force. Without the guidance of the Council, how can you avoid falling to the dark side?
Well, I've managed to avoid it the last 20 years or so. Besides, light side, dark side, they don't mean the same to me as they do to you. I don't see in absolutes.
He's just misunderstood.
I want to stop Malik as much as anyone. But I don't have to join the Order to do it. Look at Karth, or Canderous. They're with us in this quest, but they aren't Jedi. The capacity for good or evil, like the Force itself, is in all living creatures. And belonging to the Jedi Order, or the Sith, or any group, won't change what you are at your core.
I see you are quite adamant. No doubt you've had ample time to think on this during your long seclusion. I guess it was foolish of me to think I could sway your position so easily.
Yeah, I'm old and stubborn. But I appreciate the effort. But from now on, you can just think of me as any other non-Jedi in our little group. With a lightsaber. And Force powers.
Kinda like me. But without the lightsaber. So I'm even less of one.
Good.
Time to do some running. And hopefully avoiding those things. I've probably already picked that up. Hopefully I'm going to the right place. Like, I don't remember for certain, It just makes the most sense that it would be here. Where am I going? Okay. I just need to look out for the markers, because you can't really go past them. I just realized this cave just goes outside of the map completely. It's kind of weird. Like right now we're just going outside the map. Oh, there it is. We got it! It was in some equipment pack. Holocron. I definitely know my alphabet. Don't question me. It's not here. This holocron has been cracked and worn by the sands and wind, but is still marginally operational. What even is a holocron? When activated, it shows the holographic image of a middle-aged man and appears to have been used as a means to record his personal thoughts over many years. So a holocron is just that thing that people hold and it makes a little image. Well, that wasn't too hard. Wouldn't Bastila want to see what's on that? I mean, you would think so. She liked her father. It's only her mother that she doesn't like. I'm kind of wondering if there might be something else around here. I just have this vague memory of someone being out in the Dune Sea. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. But I think there is someone around that I haven't found yet. Like if I just explored around the edges. There was like a hunter or a bounty hunter or something. Oh, okay, yeah. I totally remember now. But I can't get to them yet. So we can't return. The heck? That is a massive gun. Why are you holding it like that? I just realized we have no shadows. I turned the shadows off, I guess. Is it even worth it to go to the Ebon Hawk? I guess that's slightly closer.
Excuse me, have you seen a mechanic about? Short fellow, bald. I've been looking...
Well, I'll be a Wookiee's uncle. Davin? Davin Coatress?
Jolie? Jolie Pinto? Why, you old freak. Last time I saw you, you were still wandering the galaxy in that old tug. I thought you were dead, old man.
I crashed somewhere and decided to stay.
Yeah, I'll just bet. Damn, old man, you look exactly the same as the last time I saw you. You pickle well.
You're too kind. Not the young lad anymore yourself, I see.
Old people talk weirdly.
What are you, deaf? Name's Davin. Old friend from my wanderer days.
What are you doing?
By the by, Davin, I really should be running off.
Of course, old man. Oh, wait. If you've been traveling in this sector, I suppose you heard about Sunry?
No, why? What's there to hear?
He's been picked up by the Selkath authorities on Manan for murder.
That's preposterous.
I know. Melora is beside herself, as you can imagine. Maybe you could help them. I'm sure Sunray would appreciate a Jedi's assistance right about now.
Perhaps I will at that. It's up to my friend here, actually. I'm just tagging along. I'd appreciate that. Sunry's an old friend. I'd hate to see him hurt.
Same here. Well, it was good to see you again. Give my regards to Alora if you see her.
I will. Be safe, old friend.
I kinda like Jolie. He's growing on me. I like his, like, blunt rudeness. But it's in a funny way, so it's okay. God damn, why can't I get through this door? Okay. Just in case there's some persuade test.
Back already? Have you even looked for the holocron yet?
I have the holocron, Mother. I'm just not sure I want to give it to you.
And why not? Would you deny me even that?
I've never denied you anything, Mother. You may think I don't remember what it was like before I left for the Order, but I do. You were the one who pushed Father to go on one treasure hunt after the other. You loved living in wealth. You think I don't remember the fights? You were eager to send me to the Jedi even though I didn't want to go. You took Father away from me. And now this holocron is all I have of him.
Fool girl. You have a strange way of remembering things. That wasn't...
No, I don't wish to argue with you anymore, Mother. It's time we parted ways now, for both our benefit. You don't know her. My mother is notoriously deceptive when she wants something. Why should she have the holocron?
Is it too difficult to believe that I am a dying woman who simply wishes to see her husband one last time?
I find it difficult to believe anything you say, Mother. You're right. It shames me, but I find it difficult to let go of the past. I'm sorry, Mother.
I was hard on you, dear. I wasn't a very good mother to you. I know that. Your father loved you so. He wanted you to be just like him. He wanted to take you on his hunts, but I said they were too dangerous. I always tried to keep him from the dangerous ones, but he would have none of it. It was a reckless life we led. Always moving. I didn't want that for you.
So that's why you gave me to the Order?
What do your father and I have to show for all those years of hunting? Nothing. That was no life for anyone. Especially not someone as gifted as you, your father. He spent all his last years trying to pay for my treatments. That's why he went for the pearls. I begged him not to, but...
Your treatments?
I'm dying, Bastila. I did not lie about that. It's been a long time in the coming, and there's really nothing that can be done anymore. I told your father to let me go, but you know how he was. Stubborn, like you.
I'm so sorry, Mother. I don't know what to say.
Keep the holocron, Bastila. It would do me good to know you have it. This talking to you. This is what I really needed before I...
I know. Thank you. I'm glad we talked too.
Oh, you said you had important business. And you were never one to mince words. You there. You take care of my daughter, you hear me?
As if she'd let me.
You make her let you. She's too much like her father in that respect.
Where are you going to go?
It doesn't matter, dear. Don't you worry about me.
Here, take these 500 credits. That's all I have. Go to Coruscant and find a doctor. I'll meet you there after what I have to do.
But I already told you, there's nothing that can...
Please take it. I want to see you again, when we can talk.
All right, I will. You do what you have to, Bastila. You go make your father and I proud.
I'll try. Farewell, Mother.
Oh, that was nice.
How can I help? Yes, that brought me a lot of peace. More than I thought it would have. Thank you for urging me toward it. After all my training, I would have thought it would have been easier. Apparently, I still have much to learn. How can I help? Then I suggest we move on.
So it seems like that's finally Bastila completed. And I believe that's all we really need to do before we finish Caravan. Like, I'd prefer to maybe get some other personal missions done, but that's not necessary right now. It was just hers that was. You ready to talk yet, Candrass?
Yeah, what do you want? This thing with Joggy is...
Okay.
Your...
Probably needs to wait until we do the star map. Might as well double check while we're here.
How can I help?
I don't think it will be though, because it says that she's completed.
Yes, what's on your mind?
It says she's completed in the journal. Okay, so... I don't know if this was a bit of a waste of an episode or not, but... I don't know, we got some stuff done. It was alright. Who else do we need? I don't think anyone, actually. Let's just take HK for the hell of it. Oh, actually, let's try repairing HK now that we have this belt. Which is this one.
Statement. Affirm. Statement. And now rewire the last 3 relays. Yes, good. Well done, Master. I believe your operation was a success. Accessing new memory. Access complete. I have restored a great deal of information about my previous owner, Master. Would you like to hear it? Recitation. The earliest memory of my last owner specifies that he was human, a low-ranking commercial officer for SciTech Corporation. I am unaware of his designation. He purchased me from an acquaintance I cannot identify for the purposes of protocol and bodyguard duties. Explanation. That previous owner is part of memories that are still deleted, Master. It is customary for droids' memories to be wiped when it is sold. Answer. Negative, Master. The human was terminated by this HK-47 unit prior to system shutdown. Affirmative, Master, though I had not been programmed to do so. The human's termination was accidental. Explanation. My former master had owned me for a duration of 2 standard months before discovering my assassination protocol. He was pleased by the discovery. The human informed me that a competitor corporation was preparing to market a product for the competing product. I proceeded to carry out my order. Information. This HK-47 unit is complete with protocol that, when invoked, will set me to independently carry out a termination. I will go to whatever lengths, travel whatever distances are required to complete the termination. This is the reason for my combat skills. Advisement. Unfortunately, the assassination protocol is currently non-functional. You will not be able to activate it. Answer. Several of my actuators were damaged by my former owner. They cannot be repaired, Master, sad though that is. My former master was unaware of this, but the competitor was in fact an arm of Siztech Corporation, my master's own employer. It did not take long for my master to realize his mistake. By then, I had already terminated 104 corporate officers.
It's a big mistake.
Statement. It was nothing really, Master. The majority of them were not even expecting it, and I moved very quickly. I do not know why my master was so upset, really. He was an officer of Siztech and a potential target, but I cannot terminate my own master. I would assume that being the sole officer remaining, he would surely be promoted. Instead, however, the human chose to go insane with rage and attack me. Objection? Naturally not, Master. As I said, I am incapable of purposefully terminating my owner. That would not be allowed. My master was not a smart man, however. While he was screaming and stabbing me with a writing utensil, he managed to pierce one of my actuators. The resulting shock terminated him and sadly destroyed my assassination protocol. Pure luck on his part, I suspect. Query. Do you know what the chances are of puncturing that sole actuator? I would have congratulated my master were he not sizzling and incoherent at the time. I shut down immediately whenever my master dies. I can only assume that while I was shut down, Siztech was dismantled and I was auctioned off as former corporate property. Observation. No doubt my sale price was quite cheap, leading to Yukalaka's purchase. How very demeaning. Statement. That hurts, Master. This is my life you are talking about.
I didn't think you're technically alive.
I have recovered knowledge of some other actuators which will enhance my performance, Master. I will activate them now. But as for my own history, negative. It will require further effort on your part to restore them, if you wish. Though certain stimuli could always restore my core still, as I explained. For now, please excuse me, Master. I wish to meditate upon the face of my former meatbag master as he was electrocuted. I find it most soothing.
That's totally a normal thing
Statement.
to do. Let's see if we can do it again. I'm not sure if we can though.
Oh, you
Nope. Oh crap. Oh god, I forgot to get his damn spices. Totally forgot about that. Okay, fine. Just, like, skip forward the running parts if you want. That's not that far away. So looking for the cargo hold, which is here. Finally got our spices. That guy's been waiting a long time. Let's take Candra's and his droid. I mean, it's technically Candra's droid when you think about it. Okay. I'm just gonna auto level him. So I can use this. Heavy blasters. We've got to have better stuff than that. Sith assassin pistols, maybe.
What?
What?
I mean, it doesn't matter who we bring because we have to go into the tomb alone anyway. Did I just hear someone getting their life drained out of them? There was a very distinctive sound of that force power.
Baso, Gino Molirani Lubo, Topa na Ota Vokasa, Pampa Ki, Chiwaka Aita Kan Ki, Jiyokaku, Uba Basta do Chaubaso, Gino Molirani Lubo, Tom, Jiska Dosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Inkuinkoka, Kimba ni Chalora Kun, Tung Abashun ni Chunchi. Kakinja nawabagaon, uba basta doana chichopa muska, kimba ni chalora kun,
2,000 credits.
Topa na ota vokasa, pampa ki mulira kun kin, changwaba chinyo. Chaubaso, Gino Molira.
You know what I'm gonna do now, right?
Loku Nexa.
Is it a bomb? Screw this. Time to go open the box. We'll just save the tomb for the next video and we can do the box on this one, I guess. I like the box. The box is cool. I'm pretty sure we have to do it pretty soon after we're given it as well. Otherwise it mysteriously disappears. It's like a magic box. And if I can not get lost again... Oh, look at that. How is this for a mysterious looking box? Bet you're wondering what's inside that, huh? Well, you'll find out in the next video.